just landed in London on a layover, and it's my birthday. If you've been watching this channel for a few years now, you'll know that I've done some pretty epic shit on my birthday. So this year we're gonna try to top it. But first, we need to get ourselves some breakfast.
Turn right onto Fags Road.
Okay, so clearly I still have some maturing to do. After I finally stopped giggling, we continued on to Fags Road. And driving on the left side of the road would require a lot more focus than I thought.
Okay. So we're driving in. And we're driving. Oh, there we go. That's my first stall. Everything is weird right now. I'm sure by the end of the day, maybe I'll get used to it.
Eventually, I did get the hang of it. Sort of. Now I just needed to add some vlogging to the mix.
So what could we possibly do in England? We have about 12 hours here. Well, what?
Not even.
So we're probably looking at more like 6. So then what are the things that are traditionally English? Colonialism, tea, poor dental hygiene, Queen.
But what could possibly be more English than passing out at a pub before noon?
I'm so tired. Like, I want to say I want to go out and like do all these things, but like as soon as I sat down here, I was like, so we gotta push through. Right now, I'm just trying to have a traditional English meal, fish and chips and some meat pies with some traditional English Pepsi. That's terrible. Need food, need a nap.
After regaining consciousness, I got a burst of energy, which I would desperately need for what was next. I was trying to think of what I could do that would be a quintessentially British cultural experience, something that would be unique to something that we can do in England within a few hours. And then I remembered the rich history of motorsports.
Motorcars were designed to provide a new form of personal transport, but before long they were used for other purposes.
This was the scene before the British Grand Prix.
The motto at Brooklands is always more speed and yet more.
Just driving in here is giving me some energy. We're a couple minutes late for a safety briefing. So, you gotta go.
The purpose of the safety briefing is to go through the safety aspects of the track just to prevent from any accidents happening. Do not drive it like a go-kart, otherwise death.
Last year I was in Argentina, 1 horse. This time, England, hundreds of horses.
And there we go, if we just make it nice and slow, take it nice and easy just out of the pit lane, and we'll go nice and slow. We're all clear there, so keep a decent distance away from him, and then we can just head off. And there you go.
So with a total of 90 minutes of British driving experience under my belt, and a 5-minute safety briefing, I was ready to take to the track. The first car would be the Aston Martin DB8.
Before the war, Aston were fairly shamelessly marketing as racing cars, as sports cars. And after the war, they were really the first of the supercars. They had to market both for the racing pedigree, but also for the new, wealthy luxury market.
Excellent, you can feed the power around this, feed the power, and we're going to go power again. Power again, power, 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 power. Keep on the track, and we're going to go right. Excellent, hit that curb over here. Nice and easy. Excellent, and you want to brake all the way right around here, get nice and tight into that apex over there, feed the power all the way straight through here, hit this curb here, feed that power, and we're going to head back in. If we want to brake, go forwards. Excellent. And it's going to be quite challenging in the Ariel Atom. Yeah, but now we're going to keep that till last. We'll do a U-turn here. We'll get the Ariel Atom, you'll do it last year, but the Ariel Atom is something different, man.
That was a lot of fun. It was like very like technical in terms of like where you can like power, where you can brake,
and how you can get the car around the corners. Like that was the Aston Martin, which was pretty forgiving, pretty easy drive. So apparently, like, the Ariel Atom is going to be a lot less forgiving. So I have to make sure I apply the power where it needs to be. Otherwise, like, the weight shifts in the car and you're spinning.
The next car was the Audi R8. I know, it's not a British car, but I just couldn't resist driving a car that looks like this and sounds like this.
The R8 was way better than the Aston Martin. Like, it goes, and like just taking it around the corners and accelerating. It's also like I'm a lot more comfortable with the track with the car, so I was pushing it a little bit more. Still probably by no means like fast, right? I'm not breaking any records here. Definitely felt the speed and the power of the car a lot more in that one than in the Aston Martin. Yeah, definitely gonna need a bigger helmet. This is hurting my ears. And oh yeah, my head just lives in here now. This is now just a part of me. Ow.
It was finally time to drive the Ariel Atom. And in case you haven't heard of this car before, here's my friend Jeremy to mansplain it to you.
This is the Atom from a small Somerset company called Ariel. And when I say small, it only has 7 employees. You see, the engine is lifted from a Honda Civic Type R. And then for that little extra something, it's supercharged. So it develops 300 brake horsepower. And because the Atom only weighs 500 kilograms, it means you're getting 600 brake horsepower per tonne. And that's more than you get from a Ferrari Enzo.
As I put it in gear and made my way onto the track, the ominous words from the safety briefing were echoing in my head.
Do not drive it like a go-kart, otherwise death, otherwise death, otherwise death.
I was carving this track like it was Lewis Hamilton's Thanksgiving turkey, so it was time to throw my foot down.
What happened there was didn't slow enough and then just threw it in, which overcooked it. So gotta start again. On the track, just in case. Second. Go back round there.
Regardless of what it looked like or how fast it actually was, it was cool to sort of be in some of those cars and, you know, and see what I can do and just really focus on getting a good line. You know, you feel really good when you like take a corner just right and you're pushing the acceleration a little bit and you feel like you're pushing the car to its limit, but you're, you know, obviously for me at least, I know I'm absolutely not pushing the car to the limit, but my limit at least. Speed in and of itself is just about going fast, but going fast isn't always about accelerating. Going fast, once you get on a track, is also about taking your foot off the accelerator, pressing down on the brake, sometimes really hard. And I think when we apply some of those principles to our life, we have trouble with the brake. We know that we want to accelerate and we want to push ourselves and we want to go. And, you know, that's great if life was linear and life was a straight, like quarter-mile drag race. Life kind of throws you these twists and these turns that mimic more of a like F1 style racetrack that you kind of have to adjust for, and the conditions change after every turn. So you have to put yourself in a position to enter the next turn with the most speed, but also the most control. In today's culture, a lot of people, you know, are quick to emphasize the accelerating, the go hard at things part of life, but I think it's just as important to take time to slam on the brakes and, you know, look around that next corner and turn into it. Otherwise, you're gonna just spin yourself out and you're not really gonna go anywhere.
That car is it's a lot of fun, but it's not forgiving. Little brake, a little too much brake, a little too much acceleration is jerky. You're gonna spin the car, which I did. I think I even got some rubber in my mouth. But that was awesome. Great way to end this. What do you think? Should we get to the airport? Yeah, I think we're gonna get to the airport because we got a flight to catch.
I've never been told, this is a first for me, I've never been told that I have an accent, because I don't think I do. But I guess to the British, my accent is an accent, even though it's not.
Losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it. I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB, who we running with? Yeah, 2233, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action.
I am super tired. It's only like 11 in the morning, but it feels like it's 9 o'clock at night just because of like my clock is all messed up. I've slept on a plane the last 2 nights, and you know, my body clock I think still thinks it's probably like 3 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, but it's really like 11 in the morning. Anyway, it's just how it goes. We're gonna try to get some rest and acclimate to the new time. Thank you again to everyone who sent warm birthday wishes, everyone on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere you could find me. The simplest thing, like just saying happy birthday, it really does mean a lot to me. So thank you to everyone who posted. Check out Drift Limits. They got a great group of guys there who will hook you up if you're ever in the London, England area. Otherwise, I'm sure there's something closer to wherever it is you're living. I'm really tired. Okay, bad time. Camera off.